there are the bags ready to go for the 2014 version of our glacier trip. A little different version of the trip this year. We do not have a permit in hand, so it's going to be a little more of an adventure. I know where I want to go. I want to head up to the North Fork goat haunt area of the park, which straddles right on the Canadian border, but I'm just going to have to do the adventure thing and wait and see. And in less than 12 hours, if all goes well, I will be standing in line ready to go at the permit office waiting for it to open and hopefully be first in line. But I will feel so much better and less stress once I get the permit in my hand and I know where we're actually going to go. Hopefully all will go well. Beginning of Glacier 2014. I can't wait to get on the trails. At the airport, ready to go.
Reclaim the passengers that are currently on board. From there, we'll cater it, clean, and do a quick boarding. So again, I apologize for that long delay. It's finally here.
An hour and a half here, and then another couple hours at Kalispell, and then get the rental car and get to the hotel, and then 2 hours of sleep and get to the permit office. It's about midnight, and we made it to Glacier Park International Airport, GPI. Just waiting for our backpacks. Kind of important items because we ain't going backpacking without the backpacks. Oh, I see a green bag right there. That looks like ours right there. We have made it to the Evergreen Motel. There's our little place, unit number 8. Key was in the door, and it's about 12:30. I get to get up in about 3.5 hours. Well, good morning. I don't know if you can see that because it's so stinking dark, but I am entering. I'm in West Glacier. It is 4:21 a.m. Heading to the permit office. Just get in line. I don't know if this is silly, but the one thing I do know is I got to have a permit. So if I got to lose a little sleep to make sure I get this sucker in my hand, that's precisely what I'm going to do. Here we are at the Backcountry Permit Office. At 5 o'clock in the morning, waiting for it to open. It's quiet.
The places that I picked out, one of the factors, it's not a essential factor, but they allow you to have campfires. It definitely boosted morale at the end of the day. It did more, and that was when I was like, oh, we could finish there, you know, for the last fires, and it has a pretty good clock.
Okay, go get them. Morning.
Hey, how are you?
Well, good morning, good to see you.
What can I do for you? Yeah.
That trip, please.
Sounds good. Oh, you don't have a reservation. Let me see. Let's see what we got here.
They looked as all available as of this morning, anyways, for those days.
Right. Yeah, usually the northern part of this area.
Well, the one I was really worried about was Lake Francis Lake.
Yeah.
So there was only one spot for that night. Okay.
How many years you spice up the morning?
But what about hole in the wall? I know it's shown as winter conditions right now, and nobody seems to be using it.
Well, it says there's one available, so far, as of this moment, nobody's got it.
Okay.
You good?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. Team effort. Just gonna have to bear with me a second.
We got our permit. This is for awesome. Lake McDonald in the morning after I got my permit. Not a bad scene in the morning, huh? This is from the bridge over the Flathead River in just on the way out of the park from Apgar. This is the stuff we're not taking. As I pared down the packs and went through all the meals and counted everything out and got reasonable about how many snacks we were going to eat, just like last year. This is what we're not taking. I bet there's at least 10 pounds of stuff there, maybe more, so that's going to make the packs a lot lighter starting tomorrow. And you ever wonder why we like coming to Glacier? Not a bad morning to start the hike, huh? It is spectacular out here. We are on the way to the trailhead. 24 miles to Pole Bridge. This is the first time I've been up this road. But heading to the trailhead, day number 1. Look what I found. Is this cool or what? I think where we'll be heading here. Made it to the Pole Bridge Mercantile. Need smell-o-vision for this place. Wow. Holy smokes. Oh, you gotta smell this place. Wow. What do you think of this place? Need a typewriter? The smell in here is just unbelievable. Well, this is the last 6 miles to Bowman Lake. And I had heard that the road got significantly worse after Pole Bridge. I think that's an accurate assessment. We got 6 miles to go, and at this pace it'll be about an hour. We're not going very fast. We are at the Bowman Lake campground backcountry parking lot. And I think that's the start of the trail. Actually, I gotta figure that out, but we're ready to go. We made it to the parking lot. That was one heck of a long 30-mile drive. Weather's a little threatening, but no rain right now, and easy day, like 7.5 miles to go just along the lake. First campground. Really excited. Let's get the hike going. First day, day number 1, Glacier National Park backpacking 2014. Can't believe we're here, but awesome. We have officially begun the hike. Skeeters. We are started. Not a, that's actually where we're heading. You get to look at, that's Brown Pass at the top of that, so that's where we're heading tomorrow. And there's a lot of skeeters at Bowman Lake. Jeez, not a bad view, huh? Not a bad place to take a walk. Here's a look. Got a safety strap to my sternum strap there. Nice $3,000 worth of camera dangling from the front of my pack. Here's the scene. Nice trail, not overgrown. Perfect bear country. Oh, by the way, new addition to the pack for me this year. We both have bear spray. Huckleberry stop. Let me see. Christian's gonna show, he showed me what huckleberries look like. They are tasty. By the way, this is like the grizzlies' favorite food. So, where there's huckleberries, that's what they look like. Taking a little break on Bowman Lake. We should call it endless lake. Well, we made it to the campground. I wasn't sure it was ever going to happen. That's where we came from, and that's where we head out up to Brown Pass tomorrow, and the campground is actually down this way. I did this last year, so here's kind of the trip for this year. Zoom in a little here, but here's the little town of Pole Bridge that we went through, took pictures. And that's the that's where the car is parked right now. Then we did this trail today up to here, Bowman Head. That's where we're sitting right now. Then tomorrow it's up over to Brown Pass, and then we're camping at Lake Francis. Then the next day it's all the way down the hill and over here to Kootenai Lake. That's as far as we'll get. And the next day it's all the way back up to Hawksbill. Then the second to last day we'll explore. We're gonna head over this way. That's Hole in the Wall, which is where we were gonna stay. So we'll take some pictures in there. You can see that's a little bit of an extra hike. And then all the way back down to Bowman again the last night, and then out to the car.
This whole area. Oh yeah, this whole area. We'll have to decide what we are. We're here. This is just a brutal climb up the Brown Pass. It's brutal.
Are we climbing all of this one?
Well, up to here, and then it's downhill all the way to Lake Francis. It's like 2 miles.
You know, backpacking, entertainment is a hard thing to come by. So this is tonight's entertainment for Christian and I. It's about the 10th time we've done this because we're so entertained by it. This is the tripod for the camera. Self-assembling. We'll do it about 4 or 5 more times just to entertain ourselves, but that's pretty darn cool. Bowman Lake Head Campground, first night. Christian's having the All-American Burger Wrap, the famous All-American Burger Wrap. I'm doing the Len Weldon Memorial Moosilauke Goulash one more time. Talked about this on the video last year at Stony Indian. Always a great one. This is what the Moosilauke Goulash looks like. It's actually outstanding. There's a close-up of Christian's All-American Burger Wrap. Never done that in all the time we've been having it, so here's our dinner table.
It was an electric
the wind whipped so bad. It's like we lay there and all of a sudden
it shorted out the electric.
it sounded like it was
So
snapping
I didn't. One thing is, hunky dory, I come in to land the airplane and I tried. So
Gang at Bowman Lake.
because that was right out.
Socializing by the fire. The nightly ritual at Glacier. Many other spots. We haven't done ours yet, but they'll be up there shortly. This is not the bad setting here. And he's seriously considering sleeping here for the night. Pretty incredible setting, huh? Does that look relaxing or what? The sound of the water? Trust me, it's pretty comfortable. Looking forward to a really hard day climbing up Brown Pass. Probably our hardest physical day of the trip today. When I do these videos, I think there's a lot of people, just trying to figure out, there's a lot of people watching to figure out, find out what the glacier experience is like. So it's one thing I noticed I've never shared, the glacier pit toilet. And like all things glacier, it's an elegant experience that you have to see. So we'll do the pit toilet experience here, huh? Don't worry, I'll keep it clean. That's the first thing you notice there. And they're latched from the outside, not the inside. Keep the bears out. Okay. By Glacier Pit toilet standards, this is luxurious. It's fairly new. It's got a nice little odor from it, but not too bad. But I always carried it. The makers of Buff would be proud of me. Kind of dark in here too. It's one thing I don't have a real strong stomach for. Those things. And that one wasn't actually too bad, but it still kind of almost did heave right into the inside of the Buff. But carry your own toilet paper or some other way to clean up after doing your business. But that's the Glacier Pit toilet. And oops, almost forgot. Never forget the last duty when doing your duty. That's where we're going to be heading today. Not there actually, but on that side. Not a bad view to wake up in the morning. It's Bowman Lake right down, literally. It's almost standing in the water. Beautiful. I get a lot of free time in the morning before Christian gets home. What a guy!
Just lick the GoPro.
What's that?
You just lick it.
Day number 2 has started, and I don't know, first thought that crosses your mind when you hike through stuff like this in Glacier, first thought that crosses my mind is this is prime grizzly territory. Pretty typical trail, overgrown about like that, not nearly as bad as when we went from 50 Mountain to Stony Indian last year. It was over our head a lot of times. So far just a gradual uphill. You can feel you're constantly uphill, but barely, you know, it's just a slight grade. We got 9 miles is all today. I think maybe it might take us 5 hours with picture taking and the uphill and all that. So does it look like fun to everybody sitting home on their couch? It's a pretty nice spot. Another group up there by the bridge. This place doesn't suck.
Go back across the bridge.
Stumbled upon a nice little spot here. There's the trail. Where's the trail, you ask? Oh, that's a good question. I think we're not going up that way. I think we're actually going to make a right turn. Can't see it from here, but this valley continues straight right. I don't know how far we've gone. Now we're in kind of the continual uphill mode here, I think. A little tougher to see the trail now. It's about that high. A little higher than waist high. So fun stuff. Guy described it as like going through Costa Rica here, the jungle. Well, we're getting closer. That's where we came from. A long way down. This is the Brown Pass Trail. You can't see it real well, but right up there, I think it's Brown Pass. There's a waterfall up there. The nice thing about Glacier is we're about ready to have a coronary, but it's a damn beautiful place to die. I wanted to show you what I look like in one of these climbs in action. I don't know if you can call lowest of granny gears action, but not a bad place to do it, huh? Never done a climb like this. It just keeps on giving. You can't even think about it because it's just kind of never ending. I've forgotten just how much fun a 2,500 foot climb at Glacier is. And I'm not done with this one yet, but you see way off in the distance, that's Bowman Lake. That's where we came from. I think the pass is up there. So we're getting a lot closer. Get a nice shot of the view here. Not bad, huh? Well, we're taking a break, and not such a bad place to take a break. Nice little view. Just make you nervous. He climbed up that waterfall, so I don't know how he's gonna get down. I see. Little shower action. We must be getting close to the top of the pass here. I think it's, you know, you never know. It's always farther than you think, but I think it's right up about the top of those trees. Round Pass Campground is right back there. And I had heard that this is an avalanche. And took out the trail. And some people had some hard time finding the trail. Whoa. Kind of interesting. Look what an avalanche does to the trees and the trail. The trail's under here somewhere, guys.
So this is an avalanche, looks like.
Made it over Brown Pass. We're heading down to Francis Lake, which is down there somewhere. Flies and skeeters bad right here, but it's not a bad view, huh? It's pretty. Heading down to Francis Lake, down that way. This is what we're surrounded by. And the sounds of the water and you can see there's the folks from Minnesota that we met. Not sure what lake this is. I think it might be where Hawksbill Campground is. I think Francis Lake's just up there, down the hill a little further. We hadn't swarmed by mosquitoes though, by the way. Yeah, I get a picture that way. We're at Francis Lake. It's an absolutely gorgeous spot. The thing we hadn't anticipated, I don't know if you can see them yet, my friends here. The mosquitoes are literally swarming. So you can see I have my long sleeve wool shirt on. I have my long sleeve jacket on. I've had my hood up. I just took it down basically to film. They're just swarming. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And we're here's the big problem we've got. It's day number 2, and that's all the bug stuff we have left. And even with that, It's of questionable effectivity, I think is the word they use. Doesn't work very well. So I'll have to have a word with the White Mountain people. So anyways, bummer, Francis Lake. But there's only 2 sites here. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. You can see it behind me. Boy, this takes away from it. I mean, to be able to sit here, it's like, it's not cool by any means. It's very warm. And I'm sitting here with a jacket and a long sleeve shirt on, and most of the time I've had my hood up. Ah, being attacked, being swarmed. So for those of you visiting Francis Lake, bring your DEET. Don't bring your White Mountain. It doesn't, they seem to actually love the stuff. White Mountain people probably won't want to hear that, but ain't working on these mosquitoes, and I didn't bring the DEET as a backup. This is Francis Lake. Well, ooh, way up there. Not a bad spot, huh? It's probably where we'll just kind of hang out until we go to bed, and then just crawl in the tent, get away from the bugs, because they be swarming. But that's a view you could get used to, isn't it?
Just casually floating.
Just hanging out, watching the ducks. Here's the scene at Lake Francis in the morning. I don't know what time it is, but it's pretty early, but the sun's obviously up a little bit. It's not a view you'd ever get tired of. I actually decided the skeeters were so bad, I decided to come down here. Spectacular. We're heading down that way today. Kootenai Lake, day number 3.
Pro. That was take 14, by the way. Last first time.
Whoa, that was pretty good. Reminds me of the Elizabeth Lake foot we were doing last year. I don't think we'll ever find anything more beautiful. I also don't think we'll ever find any more mosquitoes. Well, shouldn't say that. Kootenai Lake might might be pretty bad, but we're packed and ready to go and heading in that direction. We're gonna stop in Waterton, which is about 6 miles down the hill, and maybe try to time it when we get down there for the ferries and see if we can get some DEET. DEET has become my mission in life, so maybe there'll be some hikers getting on the ferry heading out that want to get rid of some. It might make life a little more bearable here. So bearable, yeah. Put up with a few mosquitoes for this, so it's actually more than a few. That's where we're heading. Day number 3, Glacier National Park, North Fork. Not the prettiest blue sky day, but still pretty nice scenery. Making our way down to Waterton. Pretty typical trail in this area. Yeah. There's the trail. Actually opened up a little bit here, but that's pretty typical. That's what you're hiking in. Do you believe in trail magic? That is 100% DEET, full bottle. We just ran into a couple guys going the other direction that were just getting started, and I just happened to ask them if they had some extra. He said, yeah, no problem at all, and gave us a full bottle, wouldn't take any money for it. My faith in humanity has been restored, and I think this will really help our experience at Kootenai. Because he even said, I was up there 10 years ago, it was mosquito heaven. Everything I know about this year so far is it's a high mosquito year like it's a high snow year, so this could really be a lifesaver, but there we go. Made my morning so far, fantastic. Here's the live action of the crossing of the famous Waterton River Suspension Bridge, which, by the way, is one heck of a lot less stable than you might think. So we get the bird's eye view here. I'm sure they recommend to use two hands for this thing, as I would recommend anyone use two hands, but the photo op calls here. We survived. We're heading over to the Goat Haunt Ranger Station, which is the port of entry into the United States. Well, we have reached some form of civilization. I have to assume this is the Goat Haunt Ranger Station. I'll tell you what, it's different to see some civilization when you've been. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, there it says Ranger Station. So, and oh my gosh, they got waste baskets. They have waste baskets, Christian. You know what that means? What? 2 pounds less weight in the pack. More trail magic today. So it was just having it up to your waist isn't really too bad at all. Wow. That's like a luxury there. You would never think a trash can would make you that excited.
Yeah, anytime you can shed weight, it's like a new man.
Well, it was the Goat Haunt Ranger Station. And that's Waterton Lake. Not a bad view. Well, this place has been a wonderful stop because we were able to empty our trash. We're going to be able to fill up our water bottles, so maybe not a cheeseburger and a shower, but as things go, Not so bad. All in all, just a nice refreshing stop. Goat Haunt Ranger Station on Waterton Lake. I was just looking at the weather report, which by the way, I won't tell Christian, but it looks like thunderstorms the next 2 days. That'll change the dynamic. It'll probably get rid of the skeeters while the storms are going. High wind warning and thunderstorms. The high wind is probably good because it'll blow the skeeters out, but it's starting early tonight, so maybe that's a good thing. So, getting ready to pack it up. I don't know if he wants to go over the bathrooms over there with the flush toilets, but we may head over there and just clean up a little bit. We'll see what he wants to do. Heading up to Kootenai.
How are you guys today?
Good.
Good. Where are you hiking to?
Kootenai
Oh yeah.
today.
Nice.
And then back over to Bowman after that. So
Oh, fun.
yeah. Hi guys. Thank you. We are on a mission to find wildlife, specifically a grizzly bear. Christian's determined to see a grizzly. We are at Kootenai Lake. We're all set up and we are, this is by far the things are looking up day. Sometimes happens in backpacking, but beautiful sight right on the lake. Got DEET, a little orange container there. It's 100% DEET, so, and there's a little breeze. Seems to be keeping the mosquitoes at bay, so Christian's actually able to hang in the hammock there. Got the tent set up. I actually set the tarp up, Cuban fiber tarp for the first time, so that, why would we do that? Well, the weather's supposed to deteriorate over the next few days. 50% chance of rain and then higher chances tomorrow, rain and thunderstorms. So, and it actually was raining before, so that'll give us this gives us a spot to sit there and a nice spot to keep our gear dry. This is a lesson learned from Elizabeth Lake last year when it was pouring down rain and the only shelter we had was in the tent. So tomorrow we head straight back the direction the last 3 days we've walked. So the only difference will be we'll be seeing it from a different direction, and we may be seeing it in rain and thunderstorms, so that'll make all the difference in the world. But this has just been awesome, finding the DEET, the goat haunt place, this campsite. It's the way it is with backpacking. You can get these ups and downs. So anyways, this is an up. We're feeling pretty good right now. Doing laundry. Pretty nice setting for laundry. This is Kootenai Lake. Not bad, huh? The beautiful thing is there's a breeze blowing, so that's kept the skeeters at bay between that and the DEET. But what a beautiful lake, huh? We're looking for moose and grizzly. There's a little video tour of our camp at Kootenai Lake. Got the hammock over there that Christian's been sitting in, the clothesline. I went and washed all our pants. My pants are still absolutely filthy, but they're not embarrassingly filthy like they were when we were walking over here and people were looking at me like, how long you been out, dude?
Yeah, I definitely use crown bags for things.
But like nice places, like I work
Here's
at
the
a courthouse.
food
And,
prep area
like,
at Kootenai.
there's so many people that are, you know, they like walk into the courtroom and they like put their purse down on the little table in front of the judge.
Not a bad setting for dinner, huh?
Yeah, that's not gonna help. Yeah.
The judge.
Just hanging out doing the Glacier social
The really
circuit
nice
here.
thing is when they wear like long pants instead of shorts.
Well, we have our first moose sighting at Kootenai Lake. Whoa, I can't hold it steady. Oh, neat. Not sure where they're going, but well, the sun has pretty much set at Kootenai, and it is just spectacular here. There's no bugs right now. There's a gentle breeze. It's cooling off. Christian's catching what should be a very memorable time lapse on his GoPro. It's really, this is like Backpackers TV right there. This is really beautiful. Nice wait and a really nice day at Kootenai Lake. It is the morning of day number 4, and the weather has changed for the worse. Big storms rolling through about 4 o'clock in the morning. That was pretty exciting, but the cool thing about our spot here, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to be in this spot, notice the ground is dry. I do have the tarp set up. It'll give us a nice spot to, you know, eat and just get packed up and everything. Kootenai Lake in the rain. Day number 4, Glacier getting started. Could be an interesting one. Dunkin' Donuts coffee on a rainy morning at Kootenai Lake. That is like warms the soul and the body. You can see I've even got the toque on. It's pretty cold. Not cold by winter standards, but cold by what we've been used to. So you can see out there, it's pretty rainy and it looks pretty. I don't know, maybe it's getting a little brighter in the southern sky. So I decided to deal with all this weather by having a hot cup of coffee, Dunkin' Donuts coffee, which by the way is absolutely outstanding. The good news about all of this, I think there's not going to be any bugs. I think we're supposed to get wind and rain, and so it's getting a little more serious now. Keeping fiber tarps are pretty loud in the rain. Day number 4 at Glacier is getting off to a wet start here. The skies are definitely brighter. I don't know what this camera will do to it, but that's kind of what just moved through. It's a lot darker, well, way darker down there. So does this mean it's going to stop raining and dry out? I don't know. The trumpeter swan. Pretty cool. He was beautiful. He was just flying over on this side of the island over here. It has gotten a little nicer at Kootenai Lake. It is so peaceful and cool out here right now. The rain has stopped. Animals are coming out. Maybe we'll get a moose sighting, but here's the scene from this little beach area. It's really pretty down that way too. Well, day number 4, as you can see, is gotten a little better. But there's what's left of our camp. Nothing. Take one last look around. But heading out on day number 4. So here's the scene. Last look at Kootenai Lake. There's Christian. He's all set to go. But wow. For a day that was supposed to be rainy and gloomy and started out that way, it's not looking so bad right now. heart's beating a little faster. We just saw a grizzly up the hill there. I heard a big branch breaking. And we looked up, Christian saw him. I was getting the camera out, you could just see him in the distance, and then he snorted at us and kind of went the other way. But it was our first grizzly encounter. Whoa. I can vouch for the fact that it definitely gets your heart beating when you see one in their territory and there ain't no cage between you and him. So I'm walking with a little haste right now. Christian wants to go back and take more pictures. I'm good. That was our first bear encounter in Glacier. We're no longer bear novices. So sweet. Well, we're coming into goat hunt again. Look at the steam coming up. Not a bad view, huh? The day turned out to be a little more glorious so far than I ever would have imagined the way it started. But I get to clear out our trash, and we're going to use the flush toilets and sinks and clean up a bit. Well, here's the scene at the boat landing. Good place to take pictures on a day like today. We're heading up to those mountains back there. Now this is probably the most scenic spot I've ever dried my gear. I think I'm ruining the natural wilderness experience for some people, but that's gonna, when all of that stuff dries out, that's probably a pound off our packs, and specifically Christian's pack, because I think he was carrying all of that. So Waterton Lake on a spectacular day in Glacier. That formation right up yonder is called the Citadel, and we're on the west side of it now. I was actually taking pictures of it from precisely the other side. That's where Kootenai Lake is right below that on the other side. That's what I was taking pictures of this morning. But no rain yet. It's hot. We're just waiting for the sun to come out so I can get an HDR shot of Christian here. As they say, this view doesn't suck. Kind of just a little while ago, those clouds are just like zipping through the top of the mountain there. But unbelievable views today. Obscuring the very top of that. That's in the direction of Stony Indian. That's the mountain that I think we were seeing from Stony Indian last year. Kootenai Lake is just down there, down that valley. So we walked all the way up that valley, so you can see the lake down there. Wander around this way, all the way over there, and then back up. We head this way. I think the steepest part is over, although those are words you never say while backpacking. Oh, well, we have found our way to Janet Lake, and well, the views aren't too bad. Look at this. This is, one of those areas where you just kind of can't believe you're even here. Trying to soak it all up so you can take it back with you. But it is hot. I never ever thought this day would be like this. We're baking, and the one day where usually you can't get away from water in Glacier, well, I'm dying, I'm dehydrated, and we haven't had water. We've been going all the way up the hill from Waterton. There's been no water since Waterton. We've reached our campsite at Hawksbill campsite. I don't know if you can see all those little critters, but somebody politically correctly described it as buggy. The scenery is absolutely spectacular, but here's the view. Just spectacular. So you're sitting here saying, well, what's the problem? Can't you just handle a few bugs for scenery like this? And the answer is probably, yeah, I can. And I think the wind's gonna pick up. We're heading up that way. That's Brown Pass, way up at the top up there. That's where we'll be peeking out tomorrow, and then everything's downhill after that. But Christian decided to go hang out, chill at Francis Lake, which is theoretically 2/10 of a mile down that way. So you're saying 2/10 of a mile, that's nothing. Well, that was, not only was it the longest, like 2.1 miles or 2.5 miles from Janet Lake to Francis Lake that I've ever walked in my life. It had to feel like 8 or 9 miles. But then it's only like 2/10 of a mile from Janet Lake up here to Hawksbill, and that felt like about 1.5 miles. So that was not a bad view, huh? What do you think? Hawksbill. Holy smokes, I gotta get that picture. HDR, not bad. It wouldn't be a bad HDR shot, huh? Well, you'll see it. The good news is the bugs are gone. The bad news is the reason they're gone is there's a thunderstorm coming in. Always a lot of fun when a thunderstorm's rolling in, when you're like right next to a mountain pass. So it'll be interesting to see what tomorrow holds, but I think we're ready for tonight. So, well, this is interesting. That's well, I don't know how big a hail that is, do you think? At least marble size, they call it. Well, wasn't that exciting? Can you see the... Oh, look at the hail. Wow, check that out. I mean, literally just seconds ago I had that thing open and we were getting some breeze in here, and then we heard this like thump. But it was like, I think that was hail, Christian. It is the morning of day number 5. And boy, has the weather changed. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's raining just a little bit. It's been raining on and off all night. You can probably see the speed those clouds are moving over those mountains, but that's the direction everything is coming from. There's a more ominous area where everything's coming from. It's right there. Trying to get Christian up and get going before it starts pouring down rain, so we can at least get everything packed up. It's looking a little juicier to me right there. So the other thing is, it is cold. I got my heaviest wool shirt on, and temperatures dropped like crazy. Yesterday I was frying and dehydrated, dying of thirst, and now it's, I don't know, 45 degrees maybe, and about 40-mile-an-hour winds up here. Not right here, we're kind of in a sheltered bowl, but I can't wait to see what kind of fun we have when we get up towards the pass, which is up that way. What a contrast in days, huh? It's kind of easy actually, so I'm anxious to get going, because that's looking a lot more, I don't know what this camera makes it look like, but it's looking a lot more threatening right now. So we've made the call to head down to the car as the weather is just crappy, so we're gonna head all the way to the car. It's freezing cold and rainy. Well, we're off and hiking on day number 5 at Glacier, which now becomes our last day. We decided to skip the overnight we were gonna do at Bowman Lake tonight. The weather is just a little crappy. So we're just gonna beeline like 16 miles, I think, back to the car. Even in the rain, it's pretty spectacular scenery, isn't it? Do you still want to get that photo? Christian was going to do this photo off this rock cliff over there, naked. So we were gonna get this sequence thing that would have been really, really cool. We are approaching the top of Brown Pass here. And that sign, see the sign over there? That's the actual cutoff over the hole in the wall that we were gonna go take. That was the original plan, but you can see the weather is marginal. That's another word for really crappy and cold and windy and not really much in the way of, well, here's not much in the way of views. Are you kidding me? But we're just going to head down to Bowman. We'll save hole in the wall for another day later in the season. Here's the sign. We're heading down to, well, here's where our car's parked. That's how many miles we have left for the day. Christian, I'm not sure what, but it's interesting because right over there you can see the trail to hole in the wall. Hole in the wall is around that corner. We're going downhill the rest of the day. That's where we came from. Well, here's the avalanche. See the rain down where we came from. That's where we had to make our way across. Christian, you got his GoPro thing out. I guess that's where we're supposed to go down there. The trail's actually over here somewhere, so that's the trick. There's a trail down there. Okay. Oh, I was wrong. I get to go downhill a little bit. But there's the hole in the wall area over there that we never got to go to this trip. Here's what an avalanche looks like. Sort of looks like a tornado. What it does to the trees, huh? Oh man, is it cold up here. This is the Brown Pass campground. It's closed, believe it or not. It's beautiful. We're stopping to, I gotta get another flash card for the camera, and I'm gonna put a different battery in the camcorder because it's only got a few minutes left. That's where we're heading. That's the campground, and that's where we came from. Right up there is the hole in the wall trail. So we're already down a little bit from it. We're just getting some stuff out of the pack, and then we're gonna get going again here. Downhill all the way. I lost Christian, but we're heading down the switchbacks from Brown Pass, and here's the scene. I've got a chance. A little different day than when we walked up. Well, a photo op for Christian here. He's probably, oh great, he's got the video camera out instead of the still camera, but there's the shot he wants. Heading down there. Long way to go yet. Well, there's Christian. I don't know if you can see him. He's making his way back from his photo op. But I thought I'd show you the backdrop here. It's not like hiking in Carmel, Indiana, is it? Glacier National Park. Incredible. We're past Bowman Lake head campground. We're on the Bowman Lake Trail, more affectionately known as the home stretch. 7 miles from Bowman Lake campground back there to the car, and we will be back in civilization. We've already done probably 11 miles for the day. We're closing in on the finish line. Probably another hour and a half or so. We'll be there. We've made it back to Bowman Lake campground, Bowman Lake Foot campground. We're waiting for our first glimpse of the vehicle. We made it back to the campground and now we're lost. Oh, we're hoping this is the Backcountry parking lot. We definitely got to it through a different trail than what we took off. Let's see. We got to the car. We made it. We're back. Well, Glacier was a little different this year. More bugs, more scenery, North Fork, but it was beautiful. So great trip. We made it.
Again, my back's against the wall. I can never fold, I can never fall. Take me for the words I say, all the way undone. I can never bow. Today I am his one, and I'm feeling whole again, alive. I can hear you, I'm feeling whole again, alive. And this is where I wanna be. When I look at you, only in my eyes, you are like a dream, nothing but surprise. So you take my hand, I will lift you up. Tell me what you need, help me fill your cup. And I'm feeling whole again, alive. I can hear you, I'm feeling whole again, alive. So hold on to my heart, just let me be in love with someone. And hold on to my heart, just let me be in love with someone, in love with someone. I'm feeling whole again, alive. I can hear you, I'm feeling whole again, alive. And this is where I wanna be. And this is where I wanna be.
Let it go, my love, my truest. Let it sail on silver wings. Life's a twinkling, that's for certain, but it's such a fine thing. There's a gathering of spirits, there's a fest of all our friends, and we'll take up where we left off when we all meet again. I can't explain it, couldn't if I tried, how the only things we carry are the things we hold inside, like a day in the open, like the love we won't forget, like the laughter that we started and it hasn't died down yet. Oh, let it go, my love, my truest. Let it sail on silver wings. Life's a twinkling, that's for certain, but it's such a fine thing. There's a gathering of spirits, there's a fest of all our friends, and we'll take up where we left off when we all meet again. Oh yeah, now didn't we? Don't we make it shine? Aren't we standing in the center of something rare and fine? Some glow like embers, like light through colored glass, and some give it all in one great flame, throwing kisses as they pass. Oh, let it go, my love, my truest, let it sail on silver wings. Life's a twinkling, that's for certain, but it's such a fine thing. There's a gathering of spirits, there's a festival of friends, and we'll take up where we left off when we all meet again.
Packing up my favorite stuff into boxes that I know I'll never open. Resolutions should make me laugh, 'cause under wings of apathy they're all broken. When tomorrow comes, when the bells all fade, will we do the things we always do, or will we change? When tomorrow comes, if I truly can, I would want to wake and start the your better man. When tomorrow comes, do 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 do. Missing teeth, crazy memories. I can still recall the summer when that child was taken. Colored boxes around Christmas trees, smiles upon our faces while our hearts are breaking. When tomorrow comes and the bells all fade, will we do the things we always do, or will we change? When tomorrow comes, if I truly can, I would want to wake and start the your better man. When tomorrow comes, so place your paper boats upon the water, watch them sailing away. Go embrace your sons and daughters and send them safely on their way. 'Cause when tomorrow comes and the bells all fade, Will we do the things we always do, or will we change when tomorrow comes? If I truly can, I would want to wake and start the day a better man when tomorrow comes. So place paper boats upon the water, watch them sailing away. Then go embrace your sons and daughters, send them safely on their way. But if tomorrow comes and the sun don't rise, will you still be blaming others for the blackened skies? If tomorrow comes and I truly can, I would want to wake and start the day a better man when tomorrow comes.